Hey guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you are good and doing well. So, in the last lecture, we created another active job to send the email notification when applied job has been created. I mean, when a user apply on a job from the company. So, we are sending emails to both the employer and the users. Okay. Now, we need to move on to other task of this assignment number 5, which is the bunch of three tasks like list all applications for a job on its detail page for the employer. Okay. So, here you can see that we are in the employer dashboard now. And if you click on this job, let's say view job. Okay, so what we need to do, that here we need to display all the users who has applied on this job. Okay, or all the job application created for this this job. Okay, and then we need to allow employer to filter job application from the job details page, and then we will add a functionality for the employer to download the csv of all the job application for a particular job. Okay, and we will do that csv or excel download generation into some active jobs, because right now we just use active jobs to send out the emails, but now we will see that how we can perform different tasks rather than sending email into the active job. Okay, so we will do that thing as well. Okay, and if you can go to the details of each issue for the detailed description. Okay, so here I mentioned, like for this issue I mentioned, when a job posted and job seekers apply on it, we need to display all job application for such jobs in its detail page or show page. Okay, so let's create that. So first go to the terminal and open the rails console, and here what we need to do, let's say job equal to job dot last. Okay, so now let's say job, we created this job which is 1023 id and DevOps engineer required. Okay, now let's create applied job records through the console. And why not through the browser? Because if you do this using browser, let's say we will take a lot of time, because sign through the different users and create job application form and so on. So let's see the data here. So what we will do, let's say user IDs equal to user dot where, and then let's say role is job seeker. Okay, dot limit, let's say 50 dot IDs. Okay, so we'll see these IDs. Okay, now what we can do, let's say user IDs each do. Okay, and then user ID, and here what we need to do, let's say job dot applied jobs dot create, and then user ID is user ID. Okay, and then let's copy this. Let's say cover letter is, let's say job dot description. Okay, why job dot description? Because I'm just using this dummy text, so I'm using this variable from here. Okay, and now let's say expected CTC. So it is, let's say, okay, or let's choose some random numbers here. Okay, we can use ran, let's say and then, okay, and then current CTC. Let's make it random selection again. So rand, and here let's say 9 lakh to, okay, and then let's say contact number. Okay, now let's go to the seed file, and we will copy this line, faker phone number with country code. Okay, so this is the contact number. Okay, and then go to the schema.rb, because we need this attribute as well. So estimated joining within, so let's say applied job, and then joining duration dot sample. Okay, and then serving notice period is false. Let's say true, false dot sample. Okay, and now let's end this. So when you end this, okay, so there is one contact. Okay, we need to fix this typo. Contact number, contact number. Okay, now execute this. Okay, so you see that we created such records, and you can see there are 100 emails will be sent. Okay, and you can see that this is the uh, created here. Okay, so these are all the emails has been sent to. So first let's close all these things, because these are the multiple emails that we sent. Okay, so let's fix this. And why these number of emails sent? Because we faced 100 users. Okay, sorry, 50 users, and the email will be sent is out is 100. Why? Because for every applied job there are two email notification, one for the employer and one for the job seeker. Okay, so let's close out all these. Let's close. However, if you don't want to have such kind of browser hanging things, you can simply create job applied job records for, let's say, only five users or 10 users. Okay, so here you can see that these are the records has been created, and here you can see that these are the records that have been tabulated. So you can see that 50 job processed and zero failed. That means 50 times the active job has been invoked as soon as the applied job created. Okay, and it sent two email per time. Okay, so this is the advantage of using active jobs. You can see that our main thread will not be halt here, and rather than doing it one by one, we can execute it all these things using the active job. Okay, now what we need to do here, that here we need to display the list of all the applied jobs. Okay, so go to the job detail page within the company jobs. So come to the views, and in the company jobs, go to the show.html, and here what we need to do, that let's say if at the rate job dot applied jobs dot present. Okay, then we need to display some data here. Okay, so let's make a table. First let's say text secondary, and here 50 job applications received. Okay, and if you go to the browser and refresh the page, you will see this. So 51 job applications received. Why 15? Because we created one in the last lecture. Okay, now let's go to the browser. Okay, so here you can see what we did. Select count star from, sorry, here let me do this first. So you can see applied job just count has been performed here. Okay, now what we need to do here, first to go to the company jobs controller. Okay, and here in the show action, what you need to do, let's say at that applied jobs, job dot applied jobs dot includes job seeker. Okay, and now let's use this applied job variable on the company show page. Okay, here here if at the rate applied jobs present. Okay, so we will still get the same result here. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to iterate it through the table. just for now, just for example now, let's say class table. Okay, then t head. Here what we can do, like let's say tr, and add some attributes here, let's say td here, and then applied by email of the appliers. Okay, and then expected ctc, current ctc, and then able to join within. Okay, and then let's say notice period other, and then applied on. Okay, now what we need to do, let's copy this tr and then add the t body. In the t body, first we need to thread through at the rate applied jobs dot h2 applied job, and then end this. Here you need to execute the tr. Okay, and here what we will do in this tr, let's make it first applied job dot user dot name. Okay, and then applied dot job dot user dot email. Okay, and then here applied job dot expected ctc. Here applied job dot current ctc. Okay, and then uh, copy this field from the schema, which is estimated joining within. Okay, so here you can paste it. Sorry, here remove this user. Okay, and then here applied job dot serving. Okay, if it is true, then yes, otherwise no. Okay, and then applied job dot created at strf time, and here let's say %d. Okay, and now go to the browser and refresh the page. Okay, so here we got some error. Sorry, applied dot job seeker. Sorry, not user, because it is associated with the job seeker. Okay, so here we also added this includes job seeker. Okay, now save it and refresh the page. When you refresh the page, you can see that this is applied by this user email. This is the expected ctc, current ctc, and so on. Okay, now we made one mistake here in the show.html, that make it th rather than th. Okay, and save it, and if you refresh the page now, you will see the correct data. Okay, so here we displayed this data. Now what we need to do here, that this is the part of this task that list all application for job on its detail page for employer. Okay, so now employer can see that who has received on this job. Okay, now what we need to do here, that for the next task we need to add filters here, like filter it by expected CTC, current CTC, or able to join within. So we will use two things, like who is able to join within, like say within 1 month, 1 week, 2 month, and notice period is yes or no. Okay, so we will do that. And then we will perform the task for extracting the data within the Excel or CSV, okay, using some active job. Okay, now let's make some spacing to make it better. Let's say MT4, MB4, and here you can use table border. Do this, save this. Okay, so now you can see a border table here. Okay, so now what we did here, that we displayed all the users data who has applied on that. Okay, and in the next lecture we will perform this task, which is to allow employer to filter job applications from the job detail page based upon the let's say able to join within, I mean the joining duration and the notice period. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. So I hope you like that. Here what we learned, that how we can display the associated data on the record, on a records detail page. Okay, so here we displayed all the users. Okay, now if you go to the terminal, you can see that we are running this less query because we performed the error loading here. Okay, now let's say what happened if we remove this error loading. Let's say, let's remove this. For example, we remove this, and now let's refresh the browser. Okay, and now let's check the terminal. So you can see that for each and every applied job we are running a single query to fetch the user from the database. Okay, so let's say so you just need to keep the performance, or you just need to take the performance into the consideration as well. So rather than refactoring it, what we can do, we can add the includes here right now. Okay, so if you refresh it again, you will not see that long queries on the terminal. Okay, so here you can see that this is the very fast now. Okay, so here we displayed all the associated data. Now we will meet into the next lecture by filtering these job applications. Okay, till then, Tata, goodbye, take care, stay safe.